Hi there again. On the previous video, you learned about what is countable, things you can count, and what is uncountable, things you cannot count. And we have some examples here. Countable nouns, remember, have singular and plural. You can say, for example, there is one bottle. Remember, in English, similar to saying one, you can say a bottle, yes? Or you can say there is an apple. Why an here? Do you remember when we use a and when we use an? Good. When the next word, when the following word begins with a vowel like apple, vowels A, E, I, O, U, you write an. So you can say there is a bottle. Yes? There is an apple. Only one. Yes? So you have singular and you have plural. You can say two bottles. Yes? When, I don't want to say the word, singular, there is only one. Yes? And for plurals, there are. Yes? There are bottles, or you can say there are two bottles. Yes, you can say that. So, remember, countable, there is a bottle, there are two bottles, three bottles, and we have the plural here. So we can say there is or there are, depending if it's singular or plural. Yes, so a bottle, you can say a bottle. Or you can say 2, 3 bottles. Yes, you can say an egg or 2 eggs. Oh, it's doing whatever it wants. 2 eggs. You can say cookie or a cookie. Yes. Or you can say 2 cookies, biscuits in English, yes? So, you can count. You can say there is when it's singular, or you can say there are when it's plural. Remember, when it's singular, always a or an before, yes? You can say a or an. Remember the difference when it's singular or plural? When it starts with a vowel or it starts with a consonant, yes? A vowel or a consonant. Now, for uncountable nouns, yes, you remember the swimming pool? Only water. So, for uncountables, we use only there is. There is water, yes? So, you cannot say there is a. You don't say a with uncountables. There is water, yes? And you cannot use there are. Now, how much water is? You cannot count 1, 2, 3. You don't know. So you can say some. You can say there is some water. Hay algo de agua. Yes? So there is some water. Now, can you count the pens, the markers? Can you count? Yes, 1 marker, 2 markers, yes, 3 markers. Wow, my bag is full of markers. Do you know how many? There are some markers. Yes, we can also say some with countable nouns when you don't know the quantity. Yes, we can say there are some markers, yes? Or you can say exactly the number, yes? There are 2 markers, there are some markers. So we can use some with uncountable, yes, with water, and also with countables in plural. So pay attention to the difference. There are, here, there is, some, markers with S. Here water with no S. So let's revise. Countable nouns, you can count. Singular, only one. There is a bottle. There is an apple. Why an here? Yes, because the next word, the following word has a vowel. Yes, but when it's plural, yes, we like bottles, markers, we can say the number. There are 2 markers, or you can say, when you don't want to count, you can say there are some. Yes, for example, you can say there are 2 markers, or there are some markers. I don't know how many. Yes, so we can use there is or there are for countables. Now, for uncountables, things you cannot count, only there is the possibility. Only there is, no other possibility. And no a or an. Yes, you can see there is water. And you can also say there is some water. Yes? Yes, there is some water. There is some water. Yes? Now, what about negatives? What do you remember with negative? What's the negative of there are? Easy. In English, there aren't. Oh, where am I? Here. There aren't. Pronunciation, there aren't. And some for negatives is changed to any. There aren't any markers. No hay ningún marcador. Yes, on the table, there aren't any markers. So, the negative of there are is there aren't. And for some, we change to any in negatives. Now, what's the negative of there is? There isn't. Yes? We always have N apostrophe T. Yes? Some water changes to any water. Easy, right? Now, questions. Sometimes we have auxiliary subject verb, or we make inversion. Instead of there are, we say are there. Are there. Yes? I'm going to write are there any markers? Yes, there are. No, there aren't. Yes? And we use any, not some. Yes? Remember that. And how do you imagine we make the questions with there is? There are there. There is there. Yes. Is there. And what do we use? Some or any? Any. Is there any water? Yes, there is. No, there isn't. So, one very easy tip. When the word has S, marker Z, bottle Z, apple Z, eggs, they are countable. Yes, you can count them. So we have the singular and the plural. When it's singular, there is a. When it's plural, there are. You say the number, there are 1, 2, 3, or there are some. And when it's uncountable, things you cannot count, is there is. And you can say some. When you don't know the quantity, there is some water. There is some coffee. Yes? And remember, some only in affirmative. Negatives and questions, we use any. Okay? Okay, there are more things to explain about countables and uncountables, but this is all for today. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.